Hey guys, so World of Warcraft just released another cinematic called The Shadows Beneath. As you can see from the screenshot here, it's Xalatath. I wonder if this is kind of like an addition to what we saw at the Xbox showcase. But anyways, let's just get into it. I've honestly taken a break from WoW, but hopefully their cinematics always hype me up to get me back into the role of things. So yeah, let's just watch, enjoy, and I'll put some comments in here and there, and yeah, let's see what this is. Here we go. Always start with the entertainment presents. Okay. Seen this already. That's new. All right. I can't remember her name. This is the Lothar woman. Or she's like a descendant of Lothar or something. Ooh. This is new. That's the new race. Heronir? Like a blood elf. And it's like a troll night elf missing link thing, I believe. The graphic quality is always impressive. What are you doing? Interesting that it seems like there's no dialogue. I will say that's interesting twist. This is very cool though. Very beautiful. I'm assuming it's just the three characters. I think these are like three main characters in the new War Within campaign. That's a beautiful shot right there. That's nice. The music's pretty good. Yeah, that's. I'm interested about her region or race. Just seems cool. Very cool. Very cool face shots there for sure. I like how her blind eye glows with the light. That's neat. Ooh, you saw this. Ooh. Like that. That's the new raid boss. I don't know. It's Ooh. Very nice. I liked how that looked, or she looked. Yeah, the new raid. Oh, there's Xalatath. Yep, we saw that part. Very nice. That was. It did hype me up, but I will say it was a little odd that there was no dialogue. Usually there's like a narrator, either one of the characters or Manduin, Thrall, any of the major characters, like just narrating whatever's going on or just about the strife of the world. I will say it made it easy for me to comment throughout the video. Um, yeah, I guess my initial thoughts. I mean, it does get me excited. I will say, I'll just like flip through. I'm interested to learn more about her. I know some people will think, with all the culture and stuff going on, like, oh, why does she have a missing arm? It's World of Warcraft. We haven't had I guess we've had oh crap, what's that orc with he had the claw? Oh gosh, my bad lore. In War to Draenor, I'm blanking on his name. I'll edit it in or something. But he had a hook for a hand, and I think she has a shield. Like, and this is her getting ready for war, so it's not on. She gets it equipped throughout the cinematic. So I guess she can look whatever. I'm more interested if she's actually a cool character. I guess. Oh yeah, that's her putting on her armor and her shield. So like, yeah, that's her putting her shield on her, strapping her shield to her shoulder. So, it just depends how they make her cool. And then the next character, other characters, I believe they're called the Heronir. I do like. I'm excited for this race. It's kind of cool to get like that. It's always been, and we don't know for sure, but it's kind of believed that one of the world trees that was pulled from the ground, the first world tree, Awunir, I think, the first world tree that the Titans pulled out, its roots remained in the earth, and it's believed that we're assuming that these characters were like, since they hung out around it, their habitat was around this pulled out tree. They kind of morphed into this half night elf, half dark troll looking thing. I'm guessing druid, shaman, nature race. You can kind of see with the roots here. I'm excited to learn more about them. That looks cool. Like they're like when you think of a cave race, you would think of this like an underground character that like changed because of the habitat they were in. Whereas these are just I guess they have pointy ears, but they're just Lothar descendant humans. Um, Earthen, a lot of and I think dwarves are just like a badass race. I know people are sick of more dwarf models, but hey, still pretty cool. That's a pretty sick shot there. They also give off for sure Avatar vibes. They almost look just like, but trolls and night elves are like bulky Amazon women, so they give off. I guess you could say they give off Amazon or not Amazon Avatar vibes too. But I can kind of see the correlation. I guess more of the glowing aspects of it. I was trying to figure out what this is. I don't know if that's some sort of forge. I mean, it is a forge, but what is he pulling? Like, what is he building or creating? I guess we'll find out. Maybe he's making more earthen, because I know like earthen or rock or earth constructs. So I thought this is a pretty sweet shot. I think this will be everyone's favorite zone. I think it's called Harrowfall. It's like where it's believed that like some glowing, or assuming it's like a trapped Naru is lighting up the whole cave. Um, yeah, but I thought this was cool. I do think that the like maybe she can with the power of the light she can see with this eye because we can resurrect people. Why can't we give someone their eyesight back? I don't know. So that's I will admit that is kind of cool. Let's see here. Oh, and then the flip through this. That's a very cool. I'm glad that I do get the reception that Dragonfight was too Disney, like too not. It doesn't have to be Diablo levels of dark, right? But or Elden Ring. It's like a different. That's like dark fantasy, but World of Warcraft, it is high fantasy, but it was leaning towards like Disney high fantasy versus like dark high fantasy. If that makes any sense at all. Um, I think this is like a very intimidating. Like I was when I was watching this, what first came in my head is why does this look more menacing than the what's his name, the jailer, the god of death? Why does she look more menacing than the literal god of death? So that's just a little nitpick of why the jailer look the way he looked. Anyways, I think I said people will love Harrowfall, but I do think this is like a reimagining of what Wrath of the Witch King Anub'arak or crap, I'm blanking on their names, but the Spider People, their zone. We've never really had a full-fledged zone for these guys, the Nerubians. There we go. Took me a second. So I'm really excited for that. But yeah, I wonder what people have thought of this. Maybe I'll look at the comments. I don't have my like review, so I don't know how people are doing. Paladin can never be an arms warrior. It's leave it to WoW to give, or WoW comments to give you funny, sarcastic stuff like that. Avatar looking crazy. Hands bringing the flamethrower. You sure they brought Chris? Oof, that's rough. That's why there's no Paladin D4. That's a funny one too. Anyways, I guess my final thoughts are, I will say like Shadowlands hyped me up. I'm trying to think of the most recent cinematics. Of course, Legion, even Shadowlands hyped me up, like the Shadowlands cinematic. Then we got into Shadowlands, but Dragonfight was definitely like I think this was more hyped than Dragonfight, but it wasn't as hyped as Shadowlands for me. If that gives you a bar, like if Shadowlands hype was an 8, I think this was I'll say like yeah, Shadowlands was a hype. It's like an 8. Draenor was like a 10. Shadowlands was an 8. Legion was like a 9. I would say Dragonfight was like a 6 or 5. And I would say this was like just the dialogue. I wish there was more dialogue. Maybe a 6 or 7 for me on the hype scale. Yeah, it was weird that they decided to go. I mean, the art style and the graphics looked incredible as always. Blizzard is still, I think, the top when it comes to graphics. But I will say it was a weird choice not to have any dialogue for this. But anyways, those are just some of my thoughts. I am excited for the War Within. I took a nice break from WoW, but I am excited to get back into it. I try to do that anyways because it's nice to take a breather before a new expansion comes out so you don't burn out too fast. So yeah, let me if you guys are excited for the new WoW expansion. I know I am. It's in like less than a month. And yeah, I look forward to it and share your comments on what you thought of this cinematic, good, bad. I'm open for discussion. I'm always interested what the people playing WoW think. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this, and I'll see you in the next video.